Hello, good morning. So it's like 7 o'clock on a Thursday morning and I came to my usual parking lot where I like to hang out and drink coffee by myself. And so this is a parking lot where like people come to exercise, which like I have a parking lot in a different city that I go to vlog sometimes, and that's also an exercise parking lot. And I think like there's an overlap of people who want to go to a parking lot to be alone with their thoughts, and then there's also people who like to go to a parking lot, an empty parking lot, to exercise. And I just don't want to like step on each other's toes, you know? People who want to exercise and do their thing, like that's fine. But like I've made videos before where like every few minutes you see someone like walking past in the background doing a lap, and sometimes they kind of like look like, what the heck are you doing in your car? I don't know if you can see it, but there's some people about to walk by right now. I don't think you can see them because it's so backlit, but I was gonna go to the other side of the parking lot where I usually go, and just as I was pulling in, there was a guy arriving to do his exercise, and I could tell because he was in his like exercise outfit. And so I think, you know, he was there alone. He scored the spot. He got there just seconds before me. I'm like, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So I was gonna go to just like a side street and park, but I was like, no, I don't want to give up my parking lot. Like, this is not a big deal. We can share. So I was gonna go pull in again, and he was like about to pass by, and he saw me and he looked at me the first time. So like now I'm like, he knows, he thinks I'm probably some kind of weirdo. I need to go somewhere else. So this is like a big, medium, small shopping center. It's a small-ish shopping center, but the parking lot's pretty big. And so I was like, I'm gonna go find somewhere else in the parking lot to park. And so I came down this way to, there's like a couple of other businesses over here, a grocery store, a gym, and there's a bunch of other people walking over here. And I realized usually when I come here, it's like on midday, something like that. It's 7 in the morning. Most of these businesses are not open yet. I think the gym is. So there's nobody parked over here. There's like a handful of cars, but the exercisers have taken over the entire area. Like normally this area is like full, but now it's like just a walking zone. So there's like multiple people, but because this side is bigger, I think there'll be like less people walking by, like my usual area. The laps are smaller. So they're like walking by more frequently. But I kind of like this spot better because I'm in a little area. There's like a spot next to me on either side, and then there's like a dumpster, and then there's like some foliage over here. So nobody better park next to me because this entire lot is empty. Anyway, I got the new fall beverage from Starbucks. This is the apple crisp oat milk macchiato. And I can't decide if I like it or not. I think I do. I'm also almost positive I've had this before. I have had this before. I definitely did last year. They introduced it last year, which I was confused because I could probably, sometimes I have to check my own YouTube channel to see if I've done things or eaten things or drank things before. Like, my memory is not that good, but I was confused because I saw on Instagram someone said like Starbucks is finally introducing a new fall beverage that's all vegan, like as is, no modifications. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. It's gonna be this new thing. And then I found out it was this, and I'm like, I definitely have had that before. That is nothing new. But then I realized that the last year it was not made with oat milk by default. But I do remember, so last year I think I ordered it. I don't remember. I think I might have gotten it with almond milk. I don't remember. But I do recall seeing people who were not vegan recommending ordering it with the oat milk because they said it tasted better. It tasted more like a pastry or like apple crisp. Like a lot of these flavors, the coffee flavors, go well with oat milk, and it ends up tasting like a cookie. There's a different exerciser about to pass by. Anyway, I haven't vlogged in a long time. It feels like a long time. I guess it hasn't been that long, maybe a month and a half. And I really miss it. And I miss doing fun vlogs. I think that is part of the reason that it feels like a long time, because my last few videos have been about the puppy. And then before that I did Vlarch, which was like, I vlogged almost every day in March. And a lot of it was stuff that was going on with school, stuff that was going on with my business. And I ended up making a lot of those videos private. Some of it was like food stuff and like day-to-day kind of stuff, but I ended up making a lot of those videos private because they just weren't very good. Like, I'm glad that I did them, but I did them more for like practice than anything else. Like I don't need those to be on my channel forever. So if you watch them, thanks, but a lot of them are gone now. But one thing that really made me realize that I miss vlogging is because a few weeks ago I started going over my blogs and figuring out, like, because I've been creating more content for my business and for training, but I've also been doing a lot of work. Like a lot of my life has been just revolving around work and around the puppy and training the puppy and training clients and studying, and I haven't been doing a lot of fun stuff. And usually to me, when I have nothing to vlog about on this channel, that's kind of like a red flag that I'm not having enough fun because usually when I'm going out and doing a lot of fun stuff, there are some things for me to make videos about, and it just kind of happens naturally. And so when that's not happening, it means that I'm working too much and I probably need to take some breaks. So anyway, I started going back over these old blogs. I had a blog, Theme Park Vegan, which now I also had my personal blog, Vegan Dynamite. I'm going to transition the theme park stuff back over to my personal blog, which sounds silly because that's where it started in the first place. And then I started thinking, well, maybe I should make my theme park stuff separate. But now I realize that I want to incorporate other like travel kind of things and fun things. I think one of the reasons I got so focused on theme park stuff in the first place is because it feels like a little mini vacation when I go to theme parks, and I like haven't always had the ability to take an actual vacation, and I want to change that. So I don't want, like, when I start doing other stuff, I want to be able to like incorporate that in the same place. Another reason I wanted to get the blog going again is because I realized once I started YouTube, I kind of started neglecting blogging and Instagram and like other things like that. And I actually really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed blogging, and there are definitely some days, like I don't know. I used to think I was an introvert. I think that's not correct though. I think I'm probably somewhere in the middle, depending on what kind of mood I'm in that day. But there are definitely days when I just like to take things in and like experience it and then share about it later. Like I don't want to like pull out my camera and feel like I need to vlog every single thing. And the thing about YouTube is I've noticed, at least for me, when I'm not in the mood to do it, I'm just not happy with the results. Like I can tell that I didn't feel like filming something that day, and if I had written a blog post instead, it probably would have been a lot more satisfying for me and also a lot better. So anyway, this is kind of a roundabout way of saying that I want to start bringing my blog back, and I don't know exactly what all is going to go on there. But there's definitely some stuff that I've wanted to talk about that maybe it's stuff that happened in the past and I don't have video of, but I do have photos of. And I want to share in something a little bit longer than an Instagram post. So anyway, I guess this is kind of like a long-winded way of saying that I want to bring my blog back and start blogging again, and also want to start doing YouTube again. And I don't really know, it's been kind of a process of like figuring out what exactly I want to do, because I feel like 2019 YouTube for me was very different from 2020 and 21. I just skipped a year. 2020 and 21, when I was like stuck at home and I was like kind of limited on the type of videos that I could make. I just realized the reason I started talking about the blog in the first place was because I went back and like kind of did some archive, like old blog posts of things that I've done in the past, basically kind of converting YouTube videos into blog posts, kind of just to build up some more content on my site, and also for practice, to kind of get the ball rolling again. And because I had to go back and watch those videos, I realized like I used to have a lot more fun making videos, and I used to really enjoy it, and like going out and doing things and getting all the little b-roll and picking the music and all of that stuff. It used to be really creative and fun for me. And a lot of the videos I've made recently haven't really been like that. They've been a lot more straightforward. Sorry, I keep tapping the screen. I can't tell if this camera is like in focus or not. But yeah, a lot of the stuff lately I haven't been able to get as creative with. I'm just like, let me edit this as soon as possible and post it. And also with like the product reviews, I used to really like doing those, like the low waste, zero waste, vegan food, things like that. So, and I haven't been doing that as much lately either. So anyway, I didn't realize I was going to talk about all of that right now, but no, the guys are walking by. I gotta be quiet. Today I think is going to be kind of a busy day. I just have 2 clients that I'm going to go do, cat clients right now. And then I don't have anything else until about 5 o'clock, but I have a lot of stuff that I need to get done at home. I need to give Bruce a bath and like clean up his haircut. a little bit. Judith just got a bath like 2 days ago, so she's good. I want to buy the puppy a new collar because she's like kind of outgrowing her current one, and it's like okay when it's like up here, but she's got the puppy little neck wrinkles, like loose skin, and so when it like gets down it's a little bit tight, so it's time to replace it. But other than that, I just have a lot of cleaning that I want to do at home, and I need to get ready for tomorrow because I'm having some work done at the house, and I need to get all of the pets out, including Herschel, and I'm taking them all to my parents' house. We're actually having pest control come over because there's like some bugs in my closet, which has really, I'm glad this is finally happening, because it's really been freaking me out. Like, I don't even really want to get into it right now, but there's bugs in my closet, and it's gonna get handled tomorrow, but I have to get the dogs out of the house for like 4 hours, and I'm kind of stressed about it because I want to like tidy up the house and get them ready to go. Probably clean out my car a little bit because I'm not even totally sure how I'm gonna get all 3 of them in here. Herschel might have to be in the trunk, like not the trunk, this is a hatchback. I'm not gonna put him in fully in the trunk, but it's gonna be a wild ride. I even thought about bringing a second person to help me with the pets, but then there would be no place for that person to sit unless they brought a separate car. I don't know. Basically, it's gonna be like a clown car situation with me and all 3 pets, which is kind of what my life feels like in general. So